Good morning, Modern Steaders.
Good morning.
We need to go up to the Offred property today and take you guys along and show you what has been going on with the house, or I shouldn't call it the house lot, because it's not just the house lot, the homestead lot we're going to be doing up there at the Offred property. But first, we need to take care of all the animals. I can hear them calling for us. They want to get fed, they want some little neck scratches, and they want some lovin's, right?
Yep, I do.
Moose. I get a kick out of it lately. The goats have only been eating out of one side of the hay feeder, and they leave the other side still full.
Grain Fairy needs to come.
She does.
Good girl.
All right, ladies and moose. I got your breakfast. I'll go feed you over here. It got pretty chilly last night. I wonder how the new meat bird chicks did. Oh, they're looking good. We haven't lost any since we got them. I need some more food. They ate all their dinner. These guys are looking good. They're just over 2 weeks old. I don't want to put them out on pasture this week. We have a full moon going on. So the temperatures have been getting cold at night the last few nights. We're supposed to be getting down in the 30s for a few more nights. So we'll wait till it starts warming up at night before we put that batch of meat birds out on pasture, because we don't want to lose any. Because when it's cold at night, the ground's damp, they get wet, and then that's when you have a chance of losing some of your meat birds, even when they're a few weeks old. So we need to wait, huh? You want to go see the meat birds? No. Come on, come on, come on. You need to get out. You're gonna make them not happy, missus. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Come on, get out. There you go. Come on, Figaro. Are you trying to get in and have a chicken nugget for breakfast? I think we busted him. I think he wanted some chicken and biscuits for breakfast this morning. Camo, little man, what are you doing? You want some neck scratches? Come on in, mister. Yeah. You sure love your neck scratches, don't you? Little man. How you doing? Huh? Come on in. How are the babies doing?
Good.
Daisy, Maisie. What are you two little ones doing, Faith and Grace? What?
You're fine. You're fine.
Yes, I know I am, but I want my mama so I can get some milk. I want some mama's... Sheesh!
She likes to jump.
She sure does.
Stop. You're fine. No.
Faith says, I want some milk.
Lay down. You too, Pumpkin Rice. No, get down. Get down.
Daisy's just chill.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Miss Daisy? Crazy girls. Jump right into your lap.
Yep.
Says, hold me. I'm going to jump right into your arms if you don't. Crazy goats.
Yep.
You crazy girl, Faith. You're all done milking. You ate all your breakfast. Look at that. Sheesh.
It was full too.
You were a hungry girl this morning, weren't you?
It's so funny. Sometimes they're so... Don't touch it. Sometimes they eat it all up.
Right? Had an appetite this morning.
Alright. Switch time. Time to switch, girls. She didn't leave you that. Woo! You okay? Come on. Come on, Hope. Turn around. Give you something? Here.
Here.
There you go. Okay, you forgot to put food in there. Oh, no. You already had your turn. Come on. Here you go. Good girl. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
You ladies coming out for breakfast? Come on, come on, come on. I'll feed you out here. Morning, little pea. I can't feed you if you stand in my way. There you go. We gotta be quick before the goats get over here. There you go, little pea. Would you like some alfalfa, Miss Hope? Crunch, crunch, crunch. Just like kids.
Ready? Come on. Here she comes.
You two don't waste any time, do you? Say, no way, we're thirsty. Hope says, I need a drink of water. We'll meet you up at the off-grid property. The creek is looking pretty high again, so we're gonna have to get back out to that beaver dam and see what's going on. That was lower the other day when we opened up the dam. Not too sure what's up with that. It's back up to the same height on that rock as it was before. I'll have to get the drone out in a second to give you guys some more perspective, but this is when you first drive up from the road. This is going to be the Homestead site. This is what it looks like right now. I'll have to go back and find some images of what it looked like when we first bought the property. This was all wooded. So over on this side here is a nice knoll. This is where we want to put the house. It's still going to be a little bit difficult to show you what we're imagining because the trees are still here, just in bunches right now. So we want to put the house up here. That way, looking this way, and then all this can get turned into pasture, and they're gonna be logging out there too. Now all these clumps of wood are piled like this, so they can come back, grab them with the skidder, they'll bring them down and they'll chip them, and then these wood chips will get sold to the local power plant, and they'll get burnt to make electricity for our area. That's pretty cool. Nothing's going to waste. You can start to see the view we'll have here. If you look that way, you can see the mountains. And the house will actually be higher than this because you're gonna have your foundation. Then you'll have your deck out, so you'll be drinking your morning coffee.
Are you gonna give me a deck?
We're gonna have a deck on this house, babe. Can you believe it?
You heard it.
You heard it, we're gonna have a deck. And then all out here, you can see we got some really nice maples, sugar maples. We're gonna save them so we can tap these ones. There's some nice popple. And then out back, there's a nice area we can clear for pasture that goes way up. So we'll have a driveway coming in here, up. Then we'll have our garage over here, and the house that way. In the garage will be the workshop, the garage, an outdoor kitchen, all in one. And then that'll be the house that way, looking over there. So trying to see our vision at first is a little hard. And every time they kept cutting and clearing, we could just see more and more our homestead site coming in. You look so tiny out here. Yep. So over here on the left used to be an old landing, and they cleaned it up, and this is where they were first landing. Their wood was over here on this side. And this on this side over here is going to be for the animals. We need to figure out where exactly we want to put a barn and all the other outbuildings. So we need to get this all dragged and seeded with grass and get grass growing, and then we can figure out where we want to put the fence and build the pasture and where we want the outbuildings. And then on this side over here, down low, when we were first envisioning the homestead site, this wasn't in the picture yet, but this has turned out really nice. You have a spot over there that hasn't been touched, and there's another spot up there. We left those for the septic system. So that's why there's a couple of spots that you'll see that haven't been stumped yet, and that's the reason for that. But all down here will be pasture. The goal is down this way at some point to put a pond in. We're not sure how big of a pond yet or where exactly it's going to go, but this will be a perfect spot for a pond. So this is the lowest portion of the area we have cleared right now. And you can see up above how big the homestead site will be. One of the reasons we chose this area, it's a nice little knoll. It sits up high. We'll go up here and we'll show you we have a view, but there's also a nice breeze. We were trying to think about where we could put the house that would have a good breeze, so in the summertime we could just open our windows and not need air conditioning. And the other thing I was looking at when we were up here before we had some areas cleared is where was a good sunny spot. This place where this property is going to be off-grid, so we're going to need to have solar. And I wanted to make sure we had good southern exposure with sun constantly, and this spot has that. One of the other things we really liked about this area is we went out hiking in this area quite a bit. There's a bunch of woods right here, and there's a lot of maple in here, so we can tap for our sugar maple and make maple syrup. But then once you go up through the woods, there's an area that used to be flooded out way back sometime by the beavers, and they have abandoned it. It'll make great pasture land, and it'll be easy to turn into pasture land because the beavers had flooded it all out, so now all the stumps are rotted. Listen to them birds.
Do you think we can get our goats to be trained to follow us from pasture to pasture?
I think so, especially with Daisy and Camo. They'll be the leaders.
Right? They follow us already.
Yep. So let's go up and show them where we plan on building the house. One of the things we really like about our current location is we have a walkout basement. That's another reason why we chose this location to build a house, because we got the elevation change right here in the bank, so we can build a walkout foundation here and be able to use the basement. How's the view from up there?
The ground is loose.
So this is one of the reasons why we wanted to build here. This will probably be about the height of your deck and what you'll have for a view.
Did you hear that? Deck?
Deck. So we want the house to be facing, we want the front of the house to be facing this way. So we're looking down and out at the road, across the street at the animals, and everything else we have over there. We're gonna have a deck on the front, then we'll have a deck right here. Sorry for the wind. We'll have a deck right here on the side, so we can see all this, and then be looking across. And then back here, we'll build the garage, an outdoor kitchen, and all that stuff back here. We get a lot of snow, so one of the things I wanted to have was a circular driveway, so we can come up the driveway or the road, come up, that wind is fierce, come back here to the garage, and then we can plow around the house, have a driveway that's circular, and then goes back out this way. And you have a view of the mountains behind you too. We haven't been up here yet for a sunset, and that's one of the things I want to come up here for, is actually for the sunrise and the sunset and see how it looks from the house lot. We haven't had a chance to do that yet. So this will be the area for the house. We were planning on building here this spring, but with lumber prices, we decided to put the house project on hold.
Not just that, being able to get things.
Yes, it's not just the lumber prices, it's being able to get lumber, and not just lumber. There's actually quite a few things that we're still waiting on to do the next part of what we need to do here. We've been waiting on quite a few of them since February. They were supposed to be here in March, and here it is May, and we still haven't gotten any of the things. One of the items, actually two of the items, are supposed to be showing up today. There's two more that I'm hoping that are showing up this week, and that's all stuff we need to start working up here on the off-grid property. And that's one of the reasons we haven't been filming up here a lot lately. It's because the stuff that we need to do the work isn't here yet, and we have a lot of stuff that we need to do at the homestead so we can make sure we can grow our own food, so we have delicious homegrown food to feed ourselves this year. And the greenhouse is jamming. We got plenty of chickens, more coming. We have our new goats, so we've been busy with other stuff, which has been good. Now we just need everything else to show up for us. We're starting on a lot of the groundwork, the infrastructure for the homestead, pastures, outbuildings for the animals. We have trails we need to make. And then, I don't know, I'm always changing my mind. So I don't know when we're gonna start on the house. For all I know, next week I could be like, you know what, let's start building the house. So, right, babe?
You would never do that.
So we just never know when we'll start breaking ground for the house, but there's gonna be a lot of projects going on pretty soon. We're just waiting for a few more things to show up, and then we'll be diving in quite a bit.
I think you're gonna have to leave me here.
You love the view?
And I don't think I can get down. Can you bring me some food and stuff?
You want some lunch?
Yeah.
We need to figure out where we're gonna set up the solar system, the greenhouse, all the animal paddocks, and how big of a pasture we want. So over here is gonna be the animal side, and probably the greenhouse will be over here. So we gotta figure out all the lay of the land. And I would like to find a spring or figure out a way to put a pond over there so we can have gravity-fed water system for our animals that will have water for them all year round, and a way to water the greenhouse without using electricity. The next step is for us to get up here, start getting the land prepped, raked, and ready to get seed down and get grass growing. And we like working with the land, and as we're working with it, we let it, I don't want to say speak to us, but we'll be here more working with the land, and we can kind of see what fits and what flows. And I think while we're getting the pasture areas made into pasture, or everything just made into grass, we'll have a better idea after that of where we want to put stuff, because we're going to be here for quite a little while getting this big area ready and prepped. I'm going to say, my guess, this is between 5 and 10 acres. I'll have to figure it out sometime to figure out how big it is, but it's a good chunk of land that is cleared. Let's head on down below and see if the beaver dam is plugged back up. That is dammed up a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what's causing it, but that's dammed back up. And this one is dammed up a little bit too. So whatever's doing it, they're not doing it a lot. They're just doing it enough to hold the water back. I'm gonna set up a game camera down here and see if we can figure out what it is that's been coming in and doing this. I don't know if it would be a beaver. I would think if it was a beaver, they'd be doing more than what they're doing to it. So let's get this cleaned up, and then I'll run up and grab my game camera. Well, that stirred the bugs up. Definitely something coming back from plugging up that dam. I'm gonna go grab my game camera. I got one in the truck. We'll see if it's gonna work. Let's set that up. Then we can see what's been coming in and plugging that up. So luckily, at the last big beaver dam, we were trapping all the beavers last fall, I left the game camera set up. And I took it out the other day, and I never took it out of the bed of my truck, so that's good for us. I want to see if the batteries are still good. Ah, ooh, we got half a battery. I just looked, I was hoping I had some batteries here, but I don't. Let me open it up and see what it takes for batteries. So next time we come up, we can bring new batteries with us. It takes 8 AA batteries. So next time we come back up, we'll grab some just in case it dies on us between now and then. We'll get it set up. Some big turkey feet. I'm assuming that's blue heron that have been coming in over here. Right here, I don't know if you can see that track. There, and then here. I did find one fresh chewed down tree right over there. Don't know what kind of marks those are, if those beaver teeth or not, but that is fresh. So we'll have to come back in a day or two and check and see what we have on that game camera. It's been a few days. Let's take a walk down to the beaver dam and see if it's plugged back up, and then we can check the game camera and see what's been coming in. It looks like it's plugged back up to me. So something's definitely been back out here. Hopefully we can get across. I don't have my rubber boots or my waders. So they got this spot dammed back up a little bit, over there dammed back up, and then over there. I'm not seeing any tracks. So, glad I got the game camera out. Loaded with minnows. I'm assuming those are gonna be brook trouts. Let me get the card out. All right, let's see if we have anything. November, already imported. January, November. So this is going back. Yep. Right? I'm thinking the batteries died in the camera because there's nothing on there from recent, and I forgot to put batteries in the truck, so I'm gonna dig that out again. The camera's on. Maybe it'll get something, but probably not. I'll have to come back with some batteries. We had to head home from the off-grid property because we're getting a delivery for one of the things we're gonna need up at the off-grid property, and they should be here any minute. one at a time. So we'll bring this one down, we'll come back and get the other one. Any guesses on what's in those boxes? One hint is they're our next step for getting the homestead site ready, and this is something we can do. That's all I'm gonna give you for now. I can't get into them yet. I need to go take a ride and go tie up some loose ends for one more thing we've been working on since about March. There's been a lot of things in the making that have just been taking a lot of time. And I'm not a patient kind of guy. So it's been hard, but don't worry. It'll all be starting soon.
Instead of making my regular pizza, I'm going to go ahead and try making some flatbread pizza. It's no yeast, quicker, so I have everything here. I got the recipe from loveandgoodstuff.com. So I just have my flour. I believe it's 2.5 cups of flour. It's not gluten-free. We did try gluten-free for a little bit to see if we would notice a difference, and we didn't, so we have added gluten back into our diet. And then I have 3/4 cup of water, some salt, and 2 tablespoons of oil. And then I'm just going to mix this up. So I'm just putting sauce on these flatbread pizzas and then cheese, maybe a little bit of basil on one of them. Let me know in the comments what you like to put on your flatbread pizzas. Do you put sauce? Do you just put cheese? This is store-bought cheese. I did try to do some mozzarella with my goat's milk, and I let the milk get too hot. So it did not turn out the way I wanted it to. So I am going to try it again. I'm not giving up. I'm going to make mozzarella, and I'm going to make other things with my goat's milk. But the first attempt did not come out the way I wanted, so this is store-bought. gonna put a little bit of basil on the top of one of these. I'm gonna fill this one with basil. I don't know if Al will like it or not. You can pick it off, right? Oh, it looks so pretty. I'm just gonna pop in the oven just for the cheese to melt and it should be ready to eat.
Dear Lord, thank you for one today. We have a few big things coming up on the homestead I'm really excited about. I've been working and planning on these things since this winter, so it's finally great to see them coming to fruition. If you guys have any questions about the homestead site or what you want to know what we're going to be doing with the off-grid property, leave it in the comments down below. I tried to answer all the questions that I could think of, and I know I'm going to miss some. Leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing right here, right now at Lumnah Acres. So we send our deepest thank you to you guys, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and like the video. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.